Welcome to the Fire Family Collective podcast, the show dedicated to supporting the unsung heroes of the fire service, the wives, partners, and families who hold down the fort while their firefighters serve.
This episode of the Fire Family Collective podcast is brought to you by the Ventura Fire Foundation, the City of Ventura Parks and Rec Department, the Gene Haas Foundation, and SoCal Edison. If you would like to support our mission to strengthen firefighter families, please click the link in the show notes or visit us at firefamilycollective.org.
Hello, welcome to Fire Family Collective podcast.
I had to think about it for a second. Where are we today?
Yes, where are we today? What hat today? Audra, I'm so happy you're here to join us. Thanks for taking time to be with us.
Yay, I'm excited. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so we're just going to chat. It's like the fireside fire wife chat, and we're here to have some girl time and just get to know you and hang out. So first off, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. I am Audra. Hello. I am a firewife, obviously. What else would we be doing here? My husband has been with the, hold on, there's a bug. Sorry. Hold on. It's like right on my computer. Okay. I have been a firewife my husband has been with this department for going almost 18 years now. And then he was with CAL FIRE, which was actually CDF at the time when he first started, for 2 seasons. So I'd like to say I know both sides, but CAL FIRE is very different from when he was there many moons ago. So we've got 4 beautiful children who are older now. So a lot of the new parenting thing, I don't remember like what it was like anymore to have small children. Our youngest is 16. So it's crazy how fast you forget everything, and how maybe you're glad that you forgot some things, because a lot of times I don't remember how I was doing anything when I was dealing with 4 kids and having a husband who was gone all the time. I live in the Bay Area. I've lived here my entire life. My kids are now going to the same schools that I went to, and I am, I have 4 siblings, 4 parents. My parents are divorced. My husband comes from a huge family too, and he's also a child of divorce. So we have lots of trauma bonding. And what else? Gosh. Oh, I work full time now. I went from being we joke about this all the time now, is that I went from being the breadwinner when my husband was in paramedic school and the academy to being a stay-at-home mom to now being back at work full time, remote. And he's working. It's a lot easier when the kids are older. So that's me in a nutshell.
I love it. That's amazing. So first off, 4 kids, astounding. I can barely handle my 2. So, and the fact that your youngest is 16, I can relate when you say you already forget things, because my 5 and 4-year-old, like I already forget things. It's wild. So yeah. When I know I'm further out from it, I'm going to be even less remembering things.
Yes. It's good though. I think it's good because when you're in it, like a lot of, like you're still in it right now because you've got littles, and a lot of people that I talk to every day, they're still in it. And we're in it, but it's different, right? Because they're obviously teenagers. They're more independent, if you will, but they still need a lot of help. But you're not wiping their butts. So there's that. Like, okay. Yeah. So it's one of those things where it's like, it's such a blur. When you look back on it, you're like, how did I even do that? How did we do that and not kill each other? How are we still married? Like all these things, right? Like, how do I not hate you? How did we get through that? Like all of the things that all of these spouses are always asking themselves right now is like, when is it going to get better? And I'm here to tell you that it does get better. If you are in the thick of it, it does get better. I promise. And that's like one of the reasons why I started talking about it online too, was because, can you hear my husband doing the dishes right now?
A little bit.
Get out of the kitchen.
Thank you, honey, but no thank you. Hello, friends. I am here to cordially invite you to join us for our 3-day Fire Family virtual conference. We have 9 speakers. Some will be talking to us about post-traumatic stress, marriage and family, dealing with substance abuse, practical sleep tips, and more. Would love to see you there.
So anyways, one of the reasons why I started talking about it online 5 years ago, 6 years ago, whatever now, was because I had gotten through a lot of the chaos, right? And I was now in a place where I could talk about it and not be an angry human, I guess, right? And the idea was that if I kept talking about it online enough, people would be like, oh, this is actually normal. And all the things that I'm feeling are not like, I'm not crazy. I'm not like dysfunctional. I'm just going through it right now. And, I think now it's amazing because there are so many other people out there who are also talking about it. And it's extremely helpful, especially when all of these people who are struggling see they're not the only ones. It's a nice community that we've built inside Instagram and on social media where people can talk to each other and feel like they're not losing their minds.
Totally. So 5, almost 6 years ago when I had our first son, like that's how I felt. I was like, I'm unique. No other firewife is experiencing what I am. I am alone and I'm, 6-hour drive away from any family member. My friends can't help me. Like this is all in my head. I'm making life harder and I'm a new mom, like all the things, and nobody could get it. I didn't want anyone to be like making their life a burden, like, cause it was my fault. I couldn't figure it out. And so I really do think our community has evolved over the past few years. And it is so nice to know that, women are coming together to share their hard times and not like, rub dirt on it. You're the only one. Like we've all figured it out. Like, no, we haven't all figured it out. We found
Totally.
some ways and here's some things that have helped us, but like maybe that won't help you. So let's try to find something that's going to fit your unique life and not leave you feeling like yuck in the dirt, and like pick you up and carry you through the mud, and let's figure it out. Like it's going to be hard and we'll get through it together.
Exactly.
So I'm super grateful that we have awesome women like you who are sharing their voice and their stories and coming together to lift us up and bring us together, because it's really hard and it doesn't have to be so lonely.
Exactly. And it is, I mean, it was so lonely in the beginning because I didn't have anybody to talk to. I didn't have anybody that was really like in it and they didn't understand, you know, why I was, again, like, we talk about this all the time. Like, why are you at the party by yourself? Where is your husband? Like, what are you doing? Why aren't you coming? Like all of those things. Right. And then you look back on it and now my friends are like, oh yeah, that was weird. You were going through it. Like, sorry, we didn't recognize that. Right. And they, even the ones who aren't in the service, who don't have a firefighter spouse, they're like, oh yeah, this makes more sense now. I understand why you were like that. Like, like, thanks a lot. I'm glad you paid attention to my posts now, because it helps the explanation a little bit easier for everybody, I think.
Right. Well, you don't get it until you get it. And that's just the way it is. Like you can't understand until you've witnessed it and walked through it
Totally.
and have more empathy. And even then it's still hard.
It's very hard. It's still hard. I mean, there's definitely days now. There's a lot less hard, but still hard. Like last weekend, husband got forced. I was like, we had already had plans, for him to run the party, do the barbecue, all the things. And then he got forced. So we call it the pivot, where you got to switch directions and And I was a little disappointed, but if that had happened even, 4 years ago, I would have been off the rails. Like, my life is over. How could you do this to me? I hate the department, blah, blah, blah. And now I'm like, okay, whatever. We'll figure it out. I think if I had had this kind of, I don't know, outlet or community earlier on, which now, like you and me, we're trying to create this where it's like, let's not have this big, like, I hate everyone moment. Let's skip through that and let's go, okay, it's really not that bad. Yeah, it sucks right now, but tomorrow will be okay. And you don't have to hold a grudge, and you don't have to be mad, and you don't have to be upset or sad. You can feel all those things, but don't stay there, right? Because it's not going to help you at all in the long run. It's going to make everything messier. It's going to make you very resentful. And it's not a fun place to be. So I think that the hope is always that anything that we say, people kind of go, okay, yeah, not that, not to say like, oh, I like you said, am I making a big deal out of this? Well, yeah, it feels like a huge big deal. Like, it feels huge at the time, but then you look back on it and you're like, yeah, okay, I can handle it now. I think, right? Like, I know what to do now to get over it faster, or to feel better about it, I guess. Feel more confident in myself too, for sure. Like that.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I think it's stages, right? You go through different periods where, like,
Mhm.
I don't know, I'm just going to say for me, like the newborn phase, right? So much of my life was hard as a newborn parent. And then again, jumping to 2 kids, so much of that was hard. And when you're moving, that adds in another layer of things. When your husband is now a lateral with the fire department, that's a new season. Just every, thing compounds on it. And so it becomes a different hard again. And then you
Yes.
remember, okay, I've done this before. I can do it again in this new season. It just looks a little different, but I know I'm strong enough. I've done it. I can do it again. And just, rely on things like reaching out to someone like you and saying, like, I am in the thick of it and I need someone that I can talk to that gets it. I don't want you to fix it. I just need you to listen to me so that I don't say something to someone else that I shouldn't say. Can I please, can I please talk to you? Because I'm just losing it over here. And that to me has been so helpful. And I didn't feel that way in the beginning. I had really close partners that I was, friends with, but it didn't always feel like when things sucked so bad and it felt so hard that I could call them in those moments. And more recently, I've I've gotten more comfortable and picked up that phone, sent the text, "Can you please call me when you have time? I'm struggling." And I'm so grateful that we have those relationships now, and I feel confident that I can lean into them.
Yeah.
And then on the flip side of it too, like, also just go have fun with these people. Like, you're there for me when things are hard, and then also we're going to go have fun together.
Yes. Yes. Totally. Yes. The big thing is like building confidence for, I think women especially struggle with that, right? I don't know why we were built insecure. I keep trying to figure that out. So like confidence for sure, realizing that you are allowed to have a life and it doesn't have to revolve around the fire service, right? Of course it revolves around their schedule because that's their schedule. Okay. Like, my life revolved around nap schedules for like 3 years. So like you said, choose your hard, right? That was the hard at the time. It was like nap schedule, fire schedule. Those are the 2 things that my life revolves around. Now it revolves around the soccer schedule or this schedule. You just kind of, you have to figure it out. And I forgot where I was going with that. It'll come back. This is real talk right here.
This is
Okay.
real talk. Yeah.
But it's just one of those things where it's just like, the women for some reason have been, or I feel like they have been taught for so long to just like stuff it down, don't talk about it, everything will be fine. And we've gotten to this place now where it's like, actually, no, we can talk about it. It is totally okay. It's okay to have been mad at that situation and feel crappy about this situation. It doesn't define you, and it doesn't make you less of a person for communicating how it made you feel. and sharing those ideas with other people. Like that's the whole goal, is to get people, like, especially women, because the majority of us are women in this. I mean, it's slowly progressing towards others, but the fact of the matter is, I think it's what, like 80% are males in fire service. So the majority of them are female spouses. So it's just one of those things where it's like, we have to figure out how to talk and how to communicate and how to make ourselves powerful. Because, we're the ones that do 80% of the work too, because they're gone all the time, especially for those California. Oh my gosh, those California firewives, we are some kind of different breed. When I talk to other wives or other spouses in other states, they're like, I literally do not know how you do it. I'm like, we don't know either. Okay. We're just doing it. We don't think about it because we have no choice. Like, you don't have a choice when the departments are understaffed and they're getting mandoed 8 times in a row. We have no choice. I don't know why anybody thinks we have a choice, So it's like, what else are we going to do? Are we going to be miserable, or are we going to figure it out? We might be both. That's fine. And we can definitely be mad at the departments for that, because understaffing is like my biggest pet peeve. It's like, you can fully staff, you can have less overtime, but we won't go political today. Okay. I digress. Like, that's a whole nother conversation.
Whole nother conversation. We'll dip into that another day.
But yes, so I'm very excited for what Fire Family Collective has to offer, because I mean, if you have not been on this website yet, when I checked it out a couple months ago, I was like, this is freaking awesome. The breakout rooms, all of the information you're giving, every like layer of Fire Family too. It's like for the new moms, for the, middle moms, for the teenage moms, for the adult moms, for the retired, families. It's everything in one spot. And that is, I think, like monumental, because I haven't seen anything like that anywhere else. And it's so wholesome and so inclusive, where like you can just drop in to the website and look up anything you need and just watch the video or read about it or hear somebody else's stories. That's very relatable. And I just love it. I just think it's the coolest thing on earth. So like, I think every firewife or every fire family needs to go join the collective.
Yes. Thank you for that incredible praise. That is very kind of you. It has been a lot of behind the scenes work, getting feedback and asking what, partners want and figuring out what that can look like. And it's really cool seeing it all come together and different partners in there and things, making connections and asking questions and bringing new things to life based on what people are asking for, and creating more things like our virtual conference coming up. So that has also been a huge undertaking and is very exciting. We're going to have 9 different speakers sharing on all different topics, from sleep to resilience and relationships, yoga practices, just so many different resources that are specifically for us as first responder partners. And I'm just so grateful that we have this community that is there for us.
Yeah. And it's so good to learn all of these things too as a spouse, right? Because I mean, let's be real. Like, my husband is not learning how to sleep correctly. Okay. But the more information we have, I feel like we are not responsible, but the more information we have, the better we can understand them and help them. Right. Because like, we're on the tail end of it now. So my husband's, like I said, been in the department now for 17 years. He's got like 7 years left. If I could push him to 5, I totally would, just because I know the statistics, right? I know like what happens after retirement. I know if you're not taking care of yourself properly, like it's not a good outlook, right? So it's like, if we understand as the spouse, like, oh, this is going to happen, this is probably going to happen, keep probably never going to catch up with sleep ever, but like stuff like that, PTSD, mental health, all of those things, the more we know, I think the better it is for everyone, because I mean, let's face it, like if we're not bringing it up at home, they're not even talking about it. They're not like, I could sit around the fire station and, you know, you sit around the table and they're not talking about their sleep problems or like if anybody's feeling good today, how's your mental health? You know, they don't talk about that stuff. So like as my husband's wife, my job is to check in with him and make sure that he is feeling okay. Like how, you know, do a mental health check. How's your sleep? All of those things. And it's so much better if I know when he comes home, like, oh, yeah, you need to take a nap. Or, okay, yep, you seem like you're disassociating right now. Let me see. I remember in this, you know, TikTok that I watched or something, you know, like I watched a reel and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I can identify now, like how he's disassociating, why he's disassociating, like what happened, how can I help him at home to be better at home and then also better at work, right? So all of the conferences and all of the things, they're not just for the firefighter, they're for us too. And I would think that, you know, if I was in a job where, you know, it's very high stress all the time, my husband would want to be learning about how to help me too, right? And that's that's the cool part is the more you learn, the more your relationship is stronger, you just feel more confident about the job, less scary, less anxious, all of the things.
Yeah, the amazing resources that we have literally are designed for us as partners. And I remember someone mentioning this, analogy of we're the battalion chief of our house.
Mhm.
And so how are we running our home? And those things like, am I doing a yoga practice in the afternoon with my kiddos to help us reset in the middle of our day? Am I helping us with sleep habits to set us all up for success for better sleep? Whether our firefighters home or not, those are important for us to run our home, and when he's here, hopefully he's on board. And then if he's at work and can take some of the practices to work too, cool. And if not, that's okay. Not every shift at home is perfect and not every shift
Right.
at work is perfect. And just the things that we're doing to take care of ourselves as partners, it does translate. It trickles over into we're showing our kids that they're emulating us, they're sponges, they're learning from us. And it overall, even before having kids, just having these tools as a single human just
Mhm.
they're very beneficial. You can benefit from all these things that we're providing as resources in the Fire Family Collective. And that's what I told Stephanie yesterday. I was like, I feel so spoiled and grateful sometimes. Like the amount of things that I'm learning and having access to is just incredible. I feel so grateful and blessed that I am learning all this stuff and have access to it and get to connect with people like you. It makes such a difference.
It really does. It really does. I did not think it was going to make that big of a difference for me personally when I started. And then my husband and I were talking about this the other day. He's like, it completely changed my perspective and actually benefited him in ways that we never would have even like imagined because we found so many resources for us to use just within our relationship and with our kids and all of these other things that was like it was I'm not gonna say life changing, but it was pretty monumental, like
Yeah.
it's a big deal. It's a really big deal. And I think it's the most easily utilized um like tool we have. Um and I think the only thing we can do is just keep talking about it because it's
Yeah.
very important.
Yeah. And one of the benefits, like you said, of our Fire Family Collective website or app, whichever one you use, like you can search. So, you're not scrolling through social media and all these things that are going to be distracting you. And then you get in the scroll hole, right? Like you go to the collective and you just type in what you might be looking for. You want a recipe idea or you're having challenges with your husband's on a new shift, like whatever it is, you just type it in the search. And if not, like post about it and you're going to get targeted, specific,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
for what you're looking for. And I'm just so blown away by all of the content that we've been able to deliver in there.
Yeah, and I think it's great too because it is not social media. And I get in the doom scroll for sure. So if I go to a website, I'm more focused on the exact same thing. Like I went on my phone today to, I can't even remember what I was looking for. Went on it. I was typing something in the search bar and then something else popped up. And then you're immediately like clicking on this other thing. And I'm scrolling. 5 minutes later, I'm like, wait, what did I do? What did I get on here for? Like,
Yep. Don't even know what I started.
exactly. But then when you go to a website, you're like, I'm here for a specific reason. Okay. I can I can do this and I don't have to get distracted from anything. So yeah, I love the website. I think it's great.
Yay.
Yay.
Okay. Question.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready for this?
Maybe.
What is your favorite girl dinner while your firefighter is at work?
I eat a lot of cheese when he's gone. I'm a cheese and crackers girly.
Yeah.
I grew up on Lunchables, so
I was just gonna say it's the old school Lunchable. It's so our generation. Oh my gosh. Yes.
So yeah, no, I'm a cheese and crackers girly all the way.
They just rebranded it as charcuterie. It is a Lunchable.
Exactly. No, exactly. Now it's just fancy Lunchable.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just call it
We've
that.
elevated our palate and vocabulary.
Yeah, now there's some nuts in the Lunchable, okay?
And the Sunny Delight is now a mimosa or a not, mocktail mimosa.
Mhm.
We've just rebranded it completely.
Totally. Still the best, okay? I don't care. I'll eat
Yeah.
it all day.
That's
Just a little
hilarious.
fancier cheese now.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Just a little fancier. I like the Gouda, the smoked Gouda, please, and some goat cheese.
Oh my God. Give me some brie. I'd be
Yes.
like,
Oh my gosh. I
God.
love brie.
Yum.
Yeah.
We could
Delicious.
talk about cheese for a whole podcast, okay?
Yes. All right. And so everyone is talking about The Summer I Turned Pretty. And I was like, I have to read the books. I can't just jump into the show. So I read all 3 books last week. It reminded me a little bit of Twilight, where you got to pick a team, and that young romance where you're screaming at the book. For me with Twilight, it was like, Bella, no. And of
this
course,
is now Belly, no. Okay.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. I don't think that's a coincidence.
No.
Yeah. It's super quick read, young adult, very, cutesy. And then I looked up what the actors actually looked like. I was slightly disappointed. I'm not gonna lie.
What were you expecting?
Because one brother is supposed to be hotter, and
No, neither of them are hot for me.
The math ain't mathin'.
No, it's not the idea of hot for me. Maybe for the younger kids, I don't know. Yeah,
I feel and that's where it's confusing, because I feel like the book was kind of written for our generation, but not at the same time. And so I'm just this is weird.
It's so interesting because Jenny Han, she's the author. She I don't know, the way she wrote the book and the duality of some things that she's have you watched the show yet?
I haven't seen any of the show.
So some of the scenes are very much out of the 80s and 90s, movies that we grew up on. So when the moms are on the beach scene, I'm like, this is Beaches. Do you remember the movie Beaches?
Yeah.
With Bette Midler? They're both they're in the sand, it's Susanna's last time at the beach or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, huh.
That's what I mean. They're it's an homage for our generation,
Totally.
but also trying to cater to the younger generation too.
Yes. Because I'm 45. This book and this show has me in a chokehold more than my kids. Okay. My daughter's sending me a text the other day and she's like, Mom, what is this? What are you watching? Because she sent me a reel or something about how could something about Belly and the Jeremiah thing, when she's like, he has no money, he's in debt, he can't even get her a ring. What is she thinking, Mom? Well, oh my God. And she's like, you would kill me if my boyfriend was like this. I was like, yes, absolutely. I was like, I'm not Team Jeremiah, okay? I'm Team Conrad all the way. I have been from the beginning, okay?
Always.
It's so funny because it's just why do I care so much about this? I think it's
I care
because
so deeply.
it's the nostalgia of it.
Yes,
Like,
it totally is.
our generation is so nostalgic. Like, that's why we keep like having, you know, like Freaky Friday 2. We did not need that.
Seeing that, I'm going today. I'm having fun time. It is ladies' night out. No kids, no husbands. I am not a fire wife. I am Amanda. I'm going to Freaky Friday.
But it's like all of this stuff where I'm like, did we really need a part 2 of that? Okay, yeah, we are like the generation of nostalgia where it's like we're clinging to everything from our youth. I mean, it's great, like it's fine, whatever. It makes us happy, and we need the happiness. So I'll take it. Like I'm
Yes.
not even complaining. It just cracks me up because I'm like, okay, cool, yeah.
Yes.
I love it more than my kid. And she read all the books and I read all the books, and she was like, okay, yeah, no, I don't want to watch the show. And I'm like, oh, what? Okay. Every Wednesday, I'm like, no one talk to me. Like, we've got like 4 episodes left. Okay.
I will report back to you after I watch it. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to be honest, but I will give it an effort.
I'm excited. Like, no, you should watch it. You'll just be like, wait till it's all out and then just binge watch it.
Binge it. Yeah.
Yeah. But tell me how Freaky Friday is, because I'll need to know if I need to go see it or not.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Chad Michael Murray. Are you kidding me? I am not missing that on the big screen.
Nostalgia. Okay.
Yes. Oh my gosh. All right. Well,
Love it.
I had so much fun talking to you.
Me too.
Look forward to all that is ahead for our Fire Family Collective and what you're going to
Yay.
bring to the community and the world. You are a light.
Thank you.
And you are hilarious. And just keep showing up authentically. We appreciate you so much.
Thank you for having me. I love it. I love you. And I am so, so excited for you guys to grow. I'm like so excited to be part of it and to help you and just get the word out there that this is like an awesome platform that everyone should be on.
Yes. Awesome. Thank you, Audra.
Thank you.